Hey guys, I'm Stephanie. This is my health and wellness and sometimes tea channel, and I'm back. I'm going to talk about this package. Woo! This is a sampler from David's Tea. I had unboxed it a little while ago. I have gotten through most of the teas, and I wanted to talk about them in order of my preference. And just give you a little bit of a review, and keep in mind this is only my opinion and only my taste. Sometimes my tastes are a little weird. If I don't like it, doesn't mean you won't like it. So overall impressions, well, we can open it up. If you've never gotten one of these before, it's great because they've got the little packages. And for me, I make like a really big 16-ounce mug, and I put the whole thing in because I like a strong tea, but you can sometimes get away with making 2 cups out of one of these. So it's not always the best value in terms of the amount of weight of tea that you get, but it's really great if you've never tried a lot of the teas and you just want to get a sense of what you like and what you don't like so that you can order more, okay? So there was a few teas in here I wanted to try. And let's talk about, I'm going to try and talk about it in order from my least favorite to my most favorite, okay? And we're just going to have a little sip. I just made a video where I talked about this. This is Murchie's Parlor Room. Go check out that video, my Murchie's unboxing. This is not a David's Tea mug, but it's really pretty. It's actually my daughter's, and I'm borrowing it. But it's delicious. Okay. Here's where you're all gonna get really angry at me. My 2 least favorite teas are Santa Secret and Organic Cream of Earl Grey. And these are hugely popular teas. So just because I don't like them doesn't mean they're not good and not worth trying, okay? But I have a thing. These have this ingredient in them. It's like the natural vanilla cream flavoring. Sorry, I'm getting this going. I'm totally sorry. I just blinded you all. It has a certain flavoring in it, and it is natural flavoring, but it's not a vanilla bean. Do you know what I mean? There's something about it, and I can taste it, and it just overpowers the tea for me. So Santa Secret has black tea, peppermint, sprinkles, rice flour, palm kernel oil, natural artificial flavoring, blah blah blah, a bunch of chemicals, natural and artificial vanilla flavoring. And it's the natural and artificial vanilla flavoring that's all I can taste. And then the other one is Cream of Earl Grey. And that again is an Earl Grey that's got that same flavoring in it. I don't know, guys. My taste buds, when I get these in sample packs, honestly, I've tried so many ways. I've tried to latte, I've tried it iced, blah, blah, blah. So don't tell me to try it different ways. I have to throw these teas out. I hate them that much. It's fake. Do you know what it is? It's like you're trying to drink a regular, perfectly good tea. I'm going crazy now. You're trying to drink a regular tea next to the worst dollar store vanilla candle. I've said it. I hate them. Stop putting it in things. All right, let's refresh. So that's okay. That's okay. You're not gonna love, if you get a sampler, you're not gonna love everything in it. Hot chocolate was a pu'er. I'm not going to read all the ingredients, you guys, because you can look those up online. But it's a pu'er, which is a dark, strong tea with lots of caffeine, kind of with chocolate chips in it. And that's what it tasted like to me, was pu'er with chocolate chips in it. I was really mad about it. And usually I like all the pu'ers. So, all right, sweet potato pie. I didn't drink this yet. Because I already had a canister at work that I had ordered, and I've had this tea a few times now, and I gave the canister away at work. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, you guys. You came here for nice, and I'm just being nasty today. It's too sweet for me. If you like a really sweet, like brown, sugary, desserty tea, I think people love it, okay? So like, sweet potato pie. I think if I was into that, it would be really good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just too sweet for me personally. Okay. The person that I gave it to at work was thrilled. They loved it. Okay, let's talk about another one. Palma Grateful. I've had it before in an advent calendar. So I have not drank this. Drunken. And it's just kind of a red fruity tea. Like if you like a hibiscus tea, it's fine. Some people really love it. It's fine. Okay, that one I liked. I'm looking for another one that I was mad about. Sorry guys, this is the worst video ever. Okay, this one was surprising to me. I liked this one and I wasn't expecting to. It's organic cinnamon rooibos chai. First of all, I am coming around to rooibos, okay? I've kept an open mind. I didn't like it for a while. I was really down on rooibos, thought it tasted like cardboard. But this organic cinnamon rooibos chai was like one of the strongest cinnamon teas I've ever had. And this is the thing actually about this whole set. If you hate cinnamon, just don't even bother, because I swear 50% of the teas were like heavy cinnamon teas, or at least just really spicy. If you don't like that, this is not the set for you. So this was very strong cinnamon and strong chai, but it was clean and sharp and spicy, and I really liked that. Okay, so what else we got? Okay, I gotta talk about this one because this was the biggest disappointment. This was like one of the reasons that I ordered this one, was because there's a new flavor, spoilers, called Sugar Pear Fairy. And I smelled it when I first opened this pack in my unboxing, and I was excited about it. I will talk about the ingredients in this one. Ingredients in this one. I apologize for this video, it's terrible. Just fast forward. Okay, apple, rosehip peel, pear, sweet blackberry leaf, fennel, natural pear and fig flavoring, elderberry, bean peel, lemon balm, raisin, fig, cinnamon, rose petal, and nutmeg. So all of those ingredients sound amazing. I think if it had been named something different, I would have felt differently about it, because it was really, really heavy on the fig, and I like figs. I like plums, I like prunes, I like raisins, I like all of it. And when I smelled it, it had a very strong kind of dried fruit scent to it. And it was basically a fig tea. I got almost no pear note from this at all when I drank it, and I tried it twice. First time I was like, oh, maybe I didn't, brew it long enough to get the notes out of it. Both times I brewed it longer. I brewed it like 10 minutes. It was still just a fig tea. Okay, and I think there might be some other things you could name it, like figgy pudding, or, what's another fig name? Under the fig tree. I don't know. But it wasn't Sugar Pear Fairy. It wasn't sugary. It wasn't peary, and it wasn't fairy. But if you like a fig tea, I recommend it. Okay. What's another one? Oh yeah, these I gotta talk about. A salted caramel oolong. So here again, I was being really judgmental of the oolongs because I had tried a couple of oolongs that I really didn't like. So I was guaranteed that I was not gonna, like it, but I was gonna try it. I was so pleasantly surprised by this. I thought with salted caramel in the name, it was gonna be as sickly sweet as the sweet potato pie. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be a really like desserty salted caramel kind of tea, and it's not. It's just got a lacing of salted caramel, and then the oolong is just kind of married nicely with it. And I would actually buy this, and I was shocked because that is the first oolong I've ever liked, and I was just, yeah, I was floored because it tasted like tea and not like just stevia and a bunch of junk. Do you know what I mean? All right, what else do we have here? I'm in a salty mood today. these last two. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I might as well just talk about Candy Cane Crush. I've said that on this channel before. I live and die for Candy Cane Crush. I'm not even sure it's actually a tea. It's mostly just sprinkles. Sprinkles and peppermint flavoring in water. And I live for it. And I, yeah, I try for yourself, be your own judge. It makes me feel like a child. It's just pure Christmas, and it's a polar opposite of so many of these other teas. All right, these two teas, I almost had to. I smelled them both, and I almost had to like check that they hadn't accidentally put the same tea in both of them because they smelled so similar. And I've had both these teas before. So one I have tried and one I have not. They are, I've owned these teas before, and they are Forever Frosty, okay, and Sleigh Ride. And I have here, I can't even tell, like, I can't even tell which one I've had and which one I've hadn't because the smells are so similar. Okay, Sleigh Ride I have not used up yet, so we'll put that on this side. We're going to talk about it for a minute. Forever Frosty I did brew up. Forever Frosty, this is from last year, but I had some on hand. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to talk about it, okay? Forever Frosty is basically Forever Nuts. It's a nutty tea, but they add the element of like orange, sugar encrusted almonds. And they're in here, like, and that's why I was like, am I even getting the right tea in there? Because this little nugget, that is a sugary almond, and then you get these whacking huge chunks of like beautiful orange. All of that like kind of spicy, cinnamony citrus on top of Forever Nuts, you know, which is just more of a nutty based tea. It smells like heaven, but I really like citrus teas. And again, this is one of these heavy cinnamon teas. So if you don't like, you know, your zesty kind of thing, just keep walking. Okay, Sleigh Ride is, Sleigh Ride has, let's see, apple, hibiscus, candy pineapple, papaya, beetroot, cinnamon, artificial cinnamon, almond, apple flavoring, raisins, coconut chips, roasted almonds, and popped rice. So you've got the almond element, you've got the cinnamon element. It's so similar. So I'm opening the actual package. Let's see. Yeah, guys, it's a little less citrus, but if you added some orange chunks to this, it's the same tea. I'm sorry. I think that's a coconut hunk. I like both of these teas. I didn't need both of them. They weren't different enough and they weren't sort of exciting enough. Between these two that have been around for a while, I do recommend you try Forever Frosty if you're cool with kind of the idea of like sugar encrusted almonds. It's not heavy on the almond, it's very heavy on the orange, and it's really pleasant. So I don't know, do what you want with that information, but I was kind of like, I hadn't realized how similar these two teas were until like honestly couldn't tell them apart. Okay, final one. This I'm so happy with, and I wish, I don't think they will because of the name, but I wish they would continue it. I might have to buy some just to stock up. And this is the Valerian Sleepy Time tea. This is Silent Night, and I don't have Valerian tea every night. Valerian, if you've ever had just pure Valerian tea, I used to have these roommates and they used to call it my stinky foot tea because Valerian itself just smells, yeah, like a horrible gym sock when it's on its own. So it's actually very like finicky. The fact that David's Tea has made some Valerian teas that are delicious is, you know, good on them. I don't really like Valerian Nights that much because again, it's like a sweet caramelly tea and I'm just, This is a Valerian tea on a rooibos base that has like completely a orange zest kind of flavor. Like it's very spicy. It's like if you took an orange spice tea bag and then chucked some Valerian in it. But it was really pleasant, and I only had like, I've got a lot left. I only had like a third of this before bed one time, and I couldn't keep my eyelids open. It conked me out. I'm not in the way that you're like drugged. If you've never had valerian before, it's a very natural feeling, but it's even good if you're having like a lot of anxiety about something. You can just take it and you just kind of go, ah. So this one is called Silent Night. And David's Tea, if you're listening, Silent Night, I will buy a whole bunch of it. I wish you would keep it around, because I was just in love with this tea. So that's it, you guys. Like, this pack, I don't know, man. I don't usually rate things out of 10, but I gotta give this a 6 out of 10. Because there was maybe 3 or 4 in here I actually really loved. And I just kept feeling like I was just getting another cinnamon tea. You know what I mean? And I think I've made my point there. It didn't feel very Christmassy. It felt very fall, because of that, because mostly it was spicy teas. So I don't understand what the thinking was there. Like, is that all Christmas is? Do we not have other elements to Christmas besides spice? I don't know. But again, I encourage you guys to try some of these sample packs, because honestly, you might find a tea you love, and I did find some teas that I really loved, okay? So sorry this was a long one. I hope that was helpful for somebody who's thinking about getting it. I'm going to sign off now. And it's not Christmas, but happy Halloween.